Hi, I'm Dr. Natalie, and I'm part of the Social Network Show. And part of what I do is I help businesses figure out what the return on investment is for social media. So one of the interesting things about social media is people thought it was a very tactical oriented industry. So people put up a Facebook, they put up a Twitter, and then they would say happy Monday and buy our stuff, and then start to wonder where the return on investment is. And what I teach at UCLA is a 6-step process that helps companies really understand that there's a bunch of legwork that you need to do before you get to the return on investment. ROI is a really interesting topic, and there's a lot of people, kind of memes out there, and people are saying, would you put your pants on in the morning? What's the return on investment for that? Or what's the ROI of your mom or a phone? And so I think part of that comes from two parts. One is they don't know how to calculate it, and the other part is really that they see social media as such a vital thing in your business. It's so obvious, just like putting on your pants in the morning, that you really don't have to calculate the ROI. So I think return on investment really, it falls into two buckets. It falls into increasing your revenue and decreasing your costs. So for instance, let's say that I was actually listening to the crowd and I really understood what people liked about our products and what they didn't like about the products, and I could then create a product that people were asking for. You start to think about the cost of marketing, the cost of a sale, you look at return merchandise, you start to really understand that when you understand what your customers really want, then there's a really high return on investment. So in the very beginning of social media, it was really about trying to find your audience, and there were very few metrics or KPIs that were even there to measure. So one of the first things was how many likes do you have, for instance, on Facebook. And there are some very loose correlations that say if you have a certain number of likes, a certain percentage of those customers will end up buying your stuff, but it's pretty loose. And so what we're really looking for is much more concrete measures to be able to start to really quantify. And one of the most important things is to look at creating a community. So you have people talking about your product, you're understanding what they like, what they don't like, and you can also monitor that community for buying signals. And imagine if I was, in the community and I said, oh, my printer just broke, and then a coupon popped up for a discount on a printer. So we really want to start to think about how do you integrate yourself in the life of your customers rather than just randomly placing an ad because there's some loose correlation between the customer and something that they may have tweeted about. I think the thing in 2013 is to really help people understand the strategy and the tactics. So we look at the first thing is social media monitoring and really understanding who your customer is and where they are, then setting up measurement and benchmarks. And that's a good part of our practice, is really helping people figure out what are your business goals. Is it increase sales? Is it increase conversion rate? Is it reducing costs? And once you know your business goals and you understand the conversation, now you can start to really address your audience. You can create content that's really relevant to them, and now you're really ready to go out on Twitter and Facebook and do the interaction. The other part is the politics. Politics, one of the reasons I love small business is that oftentimes companies are so small that there aren't a lot of politics, but sometimes we have to decide who's going to own that social customer. Is it marketing, is it customer service, or is it the whole company? And that's really important to figure out. The best way to find me is on Twitter at drnatalie or at my website, www.drnatalienews.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.